Hiya, folks, and welcome to part 14. Yeah, I think it's part 14 of Ask Me Anything. Sorry it took so long, but I totally forgot about it, and it's been like what, it's been like 5 months. Oops, since I did part 13, and I never got round to doing part 14 because life and shit happens. And my memory's not great on the best of days. So yeah, I thought I'd finally get round to finishing it off because I was only thinking the other day that I haven't put an Ask Me Anything post up for ages asking for questions, and then I remembered that I hadn't done the other one. So yeah, finally getting round to finishing the rest of the questions from the last post that I put up. When did I put the original post up? I know it's been a while. October. October last year. Oh dear. So yeah, I thought I'd finish off these questions so I can put another post up because I do like doing these. It's always a laugh, and and I never know what I'm going to come out with next. And it usually gives you guys a laugh, and it's quite interesting as well. I think sometimes. So where did we get to? I can't even remember. I think it was Jessica's. I think it was Jessica's uh, question we finished up on, the one where she got on about if you could rename yourself, would you, and what name would you choose? I think that was the one that I finished the last one with. So we'll carry on then and see how we get on. I can't remember how many questions were left, but I think I split it. So there's probably about five or six maybe. But yeah, we'll get on and see how I do, and what crap I come out with this time. So the next question is from Angelica, and she asked, "What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?" That's quite a good question, actually. I don't think there's that much weird stuff that that I've eaten. Because I mean, I like trying different things, and I'm always up for trying the majority of things. Um, but I think I draw the line at at some of the stuff that's a bit too weird and a bit like where just the thought of eating it makes you go. Because yeah, I don't want to be eating stuff and throw it up and shit like that. So, what is the weirdest thing I've ever eaten? I can't remember if I told you the story, the onion ring story. I think I might have told you that one in another video. Have I? I'm pretty sure I probably have. But for those who might have missed that one, there was the incident where I think it was when I went on an all-inclusive holiday to Mallorca, and and the hotel where we were stopping. When you went in for your food, it was a bit like a canteen, and because they couldn't be asked to tell you what everything was, they literally like put pictures, little pictures, and some foreign stuff by all the food to sort of tell you what it was. And I saw these things, and I thought they was battered onion rings, and I thought, oh, I do like a battered onion ring. So I got all the rest of my food, and then put these what I thought was battered onion rings on my plate. Took them back to the table, but I started eating them, and I thought this tastes a bit weird. And I remember saying to my friend like something along the lines of, I don't know if these onion rings are off or something, but they're a bit rubbery. and my friend was like, "What onion rings?" And I showed her. She's like, "Those aren't onion rings. It's calamari." And I was like, "What's calamari?" And then she told me, and I was like, "Oh, oh." She's like, "It's squid, it's squid." I was like, "No wonder it's bloody rubbery then." So there's the calamari incident, as I like to call it. That was a weird thing to eat, and I'm not going to be eating that again anytime soon. I'm not a big, I don't really like seafood and fishy stuff. I'm not big on fishy stuff. So what was it? Weird stuff. What am I eating that could be classed as weird? Hmm. I suppose there was. Um, bear in mind before I tell you this, don't judge me. And it was a long time ago, and I probably had a drink, or I might have been a bit tipsy, or I might have been a bit high at the time. One of them. But there was the time where I was quite an inquisitive inquisitive person when I was younger. And the one day, um, I thought to myself, I wonder what dog biscuits taste like. So I can only think I must have been a bit drunk or a bit high at the time. So I decided to try a dog biscuit to see what it was like, because I always wondered what it tasted like. And it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually. It was kind of like, um, imagine having a really, really hard cream cracker. That's the only way that I could describe it, really. It was like having a really, really hard cream cracker that wasn't as tasty as a cream cracker and tasted a bit dry and stale. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Probably shouldn't have told you that. But I think that's probably the weirdest thing that I've had to eat. Um, I remember Mr. J having I'm sure he had like a lollipop with a bug or something in it once, or a scorpion or some shit like that. But I can't remember if I tried it or not. I don't think I did. I probably wouldn't have. So I'm gonna go with that, I think, because I can't really think of anything else weird that I've had to eat. No, I think I'm gonna go with that. So I hope that answers that one. Okay, so Tanya asked, if you were a vegetable, what would you be and why? Good question. Probably potato. Because I look like one. And I act like one. So yeah, I'd say probably potato. I do like a tater, and not that I'm lazy. Well, no, no, not that I'm lazy, but um, I can be a bit of not necessarily a cage potato, but I do like to chill and and rest and so. And who doesn't love potato? I think potatoes are one of the best vegetables in the world because you could do so many different things with them. I mean, you can make bloody vodka. You can make vodka out of them as well. So it's not just food. You can make some booze if you want to as well. So yeah, I think I'd probably be a potato. Can't beat a good potato. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with potato for that question. Okay, so Teresa asked, "What is your favourite holiday and why?" Have we had that one already, but in a different form? I can't remember. We probably have, but I'll answer it again. Um, I think my favourite holiday would probably be Christmas. I do love Christmas, and I'm a sucker and a big kid when it comes to Christmas. Normally, anyway. But I'm really hoping for a nice Christmas this year because I think I'm due one. So obviously, like last Christmas, I thought I was gonna die, and it wasn't very fun. And my parents went away, and my brothers went to see my other brother in Cornwall, and then I was going to have a nice peaceful Christmas by myself. But then I ended up having that funny turn and thinking that my heart was packing in, and then I ended up spending it with my friend. So yeah, that wasn't the best experience really. And then the Christmas before that was the first one without Mr. J because he died. So yeah, I think I'm due. I think I'm due a good Christmas this year. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I'm gonna have a nice Christmas this year. Because I do love Christmas, and I've always loved Christmas ever since I was little. And I do normally look forward to it because I like the whole spending time with friends and family. Um, and I love getting presents for people as well. I love being the gift finder general, as I used to call myself at times. Um, 'Cause yeah, I'm not one of these people who just sort of walks into Boots and buys any old shit and then just goes, oh yeah, I'll give that to so and so. I like to get people stuff that I know that they're going to enjoy and stuff that they like, um, and stuff that's going to make them smile, or if there's something like that they mentioned that they might have forgotten about, um, like get them that, tuck it away, and then get it out Christmas and give it to them for Christmas, and that sort of thing. I like to put thought and heart, and a lot of love into my presents that I get people. Um, Not that I can afford to get much at the moment. Um, so a lot of the time I try and make stuff as well that I think people like. But yeah, there's no half-heartedness when it comes to me and Christmas. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Christmas as my favourite holiday, and hopefully this Christmas will be one to remember, but in a good way, and not in a shit way. Okay, so Kay asked, "Zombies are now real and coming for your brain. What would be your most creative or funny way to re-dead them without the usual weapons?" Now, these are the questions that I want more of. These are the funny and weird questions that I want more of. And I know I can always rely on Kay. to come out with some weirdy beardy shit because she's just like me, and we've known each other since we were like three or four, three I think. But yeah, you always come out with some weird shit. So I'm glad she's asked this. So zombies. So the zombies coming from my brain. What would be my most creative or funny way to re-dead them without the usual weapons? Um, maybe, maybe doing the going to the cha-cha slide, or some of the sort of dance off a cliff and into either a giant wood chipper or just for shits and giggles, a giant what's that thing called that they used to have at the fairs and stuff? It was like was it the whack a mole or the whack a rat thing, where they come up through the holes and you whack them as they come up through the thing. So maybe a giant version of a whack a mole or a whack a rat thing. So you could get them to pop up and then give them a good poof and double tap that bitch. And you could even have some music or something in the background as well. What's that? What's that music now? That classical music. Oh shit, I can't remember what it's called now. I can't remember it, is it? I know I've got it on my classical music list somewhere. But it's some classical music, and then it goes do 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 that one, and then you could do it. So you're going do 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 whack 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 do 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 splat 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 do 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 whack 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 do 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 splat 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 or something along those lines. Because you got to make these things fun, especially when it comes to zombies. Because it might get a bit boring after a bit, so you got to get creative and make these times as fun as possible. So I think I'm going to go with that for the moment because I can't really think of anything else right now. But I think that's going to be one of them ones where we're going to have a drink or a cup of tea and some cake or something and have a proper good old chat about that cake next time I see you. Or if I remember. But it's going to be one of them. It might be more of one of them 2 a.m. conversations when you've had a bit to drink or a bit to smoke or something, and your brain's a bit more imaginative. Let's just say that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with that for the moment. But good question, good question. I like that one. So I hope that answers that one. So Gail asked, why are kids so damn mean? Oh, what's it doing now? Hold on a sec. Something's popped up. Something's popped up on my screen, and it's being a bit slow to get rid of it as usual. Piss off, piss off. So there. So yeah, Gail asked, why are kids so dang mean? Lol heck. Why are people so mean? Ha 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 ha. Well, do you want the short version or the long version? I think the short version is because kids could be little shits and people are cunts. Basically. But yeah, I mean, I think she was just. Was she being serious with that question? Hang on, let me look at the replies. It's been that long. I can't remember. Oh, come on. My computer is so slow. I don't think it wants to show me the replies. No, she's like, no, seriously. So, um, why are kids so mean? Um, I think it could be a number of things sometimes. A lot of the times, it's either because they're tired or hungry or their emotions and all hormones are raging. So then they're raging. Um, but I think times have changed as well. I'm probably going to sound like an old fuddy duddy now, or I'm probably going to upset some people, or trigger some people, or something along them lines. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So this is just my opinion at the end of the day. But I think things have changed a lot, especially since we was kids. And not that there's no fear anymore, but I mean, when we was kids, you knew where the line was, and you knew that if you crossed it, there was going to be trouble. But there doesn't seem to be either that line's like non-existent anymore now, or it's like kids just think that they can get away with anything, especially with like the way things are now, because the parents don't seem to have as much, um, well, let's say power. I don't think that's the right word though. I can't think of the right word. But parents don't seem to have the same sort of power that they used to have when we was younger. Um, so kids tend to, well, they tend to take the piss a bit more and think that they can get away with a lot more. And it's like a lot of the kids these days, they're not taught um, like that actions have consequences anymore. It's like before, it was like if you don't do that, or you'll know about it when you get home, sort of thing, or don't do that, because you're gonna get in trouble. And now it's like, oh, don't do that, but I'll just buy you a PlayStation anyway, like sort of thing. It's like before it was like, if you're good, then you know you'll get this, or I'll take you to so and so. But now, yeah, there's no gratitude, there's no morals, and there's no, I can't think of the right word I'm looking for. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But I've still got a bit of hope in the human race yet, because I'm seeing a lot of younger generations now coming out of the woodwork who have still got a bit of something about them, and they're not just spoilt brats who feel entitled to everything, like just because they exist, sort of thing. But that's the same with people as well. Why are people so mean? Some people have got nothing better to do than bitch and moan or be mean to people. when they could just mind the business or scroll on or this, that, and the other. Some people get a kick out of being mean, especially like the trolls and things like that, narcissists and things like that. Um, but I think a lot of the time, some people, um, a lot of the time, it's to do with stuff that they've experienced in the past that they haven't worked through. Um, like childhood traumas and experiences, and projecting that onto people, sometimes without even realising it. Some people do it on purpose, obviously, but then other people do it without realising it. And it's like the whole, well, if I'm sad and miserable, then everyone else has got to be sad and miserable. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that for that one. I feel like I brought the. I feel like I've dragged everything down there. Let's try and lift everything back up again. Let's see what the next question is, because hopefully that will put a smile back on people's faces. But I hope that answers that one. Okay, so Carol asked, "Do you have any good memories of school, and what are they?" Well, I didn't really like school. I didn't really like school very much. Well, I did and I didn't. I think I enjoyed my younger school years probably a bit more than my older school years. I mean, I loved nursery, and I've got a lot of memories of playing with the big cars and stuff at nursery. And I've got a very vivid memory of falling off the big, huge log in the playground at infant school. I think that was on my first day as well. I think that was on my first day of infant. I fell off the big giant log. I mean, it was massive. I mean, well, it probably looked a lot bigger than it actually was because I was only little myself. But to me, it felt like this log was like this tall and like this wide, and it was massive. I've got a photo of it somewhere. If I can find a picture, I'll put it on the screen or something so you can see it. But yeah, I've got very fond memories of falling off this log, and I'm sure another kid fell off it and ended up. I don't know if that was the same day, but I'm sure another kid fell off it and ended up breaking their arm or something, or breaking the leg. I didn't know. I just had a couple of bruises and had the old wet paper towel. You got a cut or a graze. They got the good old wet paper towel out. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. What other memories have I got at school? I mean, there was always stupid stuff going on at school, but good memories. I think I enjoyed some of the school trips. They was always interesting. We used to go to like the beach and stuff like that. Um, oh, there was that one time when I was at Rude End. I think that was the juniors, and we had Bobby Charlton come because he was doing like this football thing, and that was fun. And I remember we was in the back of this little minibus, singing "We Want to Be Bobby's Girls." That was fun. He was a lovely man. He was a lovely man. Lovely, lovely man. And I remember, I think that was junior school as well, when, cause I was in the choir, and um, and I was in the recorder group as well. And I think it was the one Remembrance Day. Um, our choir had to go to, I think it was the town hall. Was it the town hall in West Brom? Yeah, I think it was the town hall in West Bromwich, and we had to go there for Remembrance Day and sing, and it was a lovely experience. And at the end, once we finished singing, um, they'd done it so there was all these red paper poppies made from like crepe paper, and there was like thousands, millions or something of them, and they must have put them in something on the ceiling. So like after we stopped singing, suddenly all these paper poppies were falling from the ceiling, and it was quite magical. It was quite a magical experience, and I'll never forget that. It was lovely. Is there anything else? Good memories of school. Um, so mostly my younger years at school. I didn't really like high school that much. Um, and I got bullied a lot all the way through school, really. So school wasn't always a very nice place for me. Um, and if I wasn't being bullied, I was invisible, apart from like my small group of friends. Um, and some of the teachers were horrible as well. I mean, I had some teachers that I loved, in every school that I was in. But yeah, I didn't really like school much. I only liked a lot of the practical, a lot of the practical stuff. Um, I liked the drama and the music and like woodwork and stuff like that. Cooking was always fun as well. Um, but yeah, I don't really. I've never been one for paperwork. I don't like doing the paperwork. I love doing the practical stuff. But then when it comes to paperwork and coursework, it's like, I don't really like doing stuff like that. It just ends up doing my head in and giving me a headache. So yeah, I think those are the only ones that I can think of right now. So I hope that answers that one. Okay, so Lorna asked, if you could give your teenage self one piece of advice, what would it be? My teenage self advice. Um, Probably just keep being you. Always be yourself. Don't try to change yourself to people please or to fit in. And I think I was pretty much like that for most of my life. I've always sort of just been my crazy ass self. Been my weird and wonderful self, and just been me. And it's always either caused a stir, upset people, um, made people bully me, um, and yeah, just by being myself. And it was hard at times, but I think I'm grateful that I did stick to my guns and that I didn't, well, betray myself by being trying to be someone that I'm not. Um, Even when people took the piss and bullied me and were horrible and said horrible things, um, I still stayed true to myself, even when it hurt. And I'm glad that I did, because yeah, you should never sacrifice yourself for anybody, and yeah, you should never try to change yourself, because you're just lying to yourself at the end of the day and lying to other people, and then making people believe that you're something that you're not. And then eventually, when you are yourself, then people aren't going to, well, they're not going to respect you, or they might not end up liking like the real you. So yeah, you should always be the real you and stay true to yourself. And I think that's the advice that I would give myself, um, as a teenager, or even younger as well. If I could talk to my inner child, um, I would definitely say just be you, and I'd probably give them a big hug as well, because who doesn't like hugs? I know I miss hugs. I need more hugs. I'm hug deprived. But yeah, I digress. I think that's what I would say to my teenage self. So I hope that answers that one. And last question is from Cassie, and she said, if your search history were made public, what's the first thing you would delete? Um, Nothing. Surprisingly, I don't think I'd want to delete anything, because I've got nothing to hide at the end of the day. I'm quite a simple person in mind. So I mean, a lot of my search history is going to be stuff like, what does this angel number mean? Or I dreamt about so and so. What does this mean? And stuff like, how do you spell stuff like that? How do you spell this word? Because I don't know how to spell this word, and shit like that. So yeah, I don't think people would find my search history very interesting, and there's certainly nothing scandalous or majorly embarrassing or stuff like that on there. So sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, my search history is, well, it probably would make some people laugh with the stuff like, how do you spell so and so, and well, what's this weird beardy dream about? What's it mean if you dream about so and so? And what's the symptoms of this illness or this disease or something like that? So yeah, it's a bit boring, really. Not quite as interesting as it could be. So yeah, if my search history was made public, what was the first thing I'd delete nothing. I wouldn't delete anything because, yeah, I've got nothing to be worried about or scared of or ashamed of. So I'm pretty much an open book. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, well, that is the end of part 14, folks, of Ask Me Anything. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. It's not been majorly eventful, but I think there has been some funny bits in there. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed that, and I'm going to do a new post soon, so keep your eyes out for that one. I'm going to put another question post up because I do like doing these, but I think people are starting to struggle with the questions now because a lot of stuff's already been asked. So start thinking outside of the box, people. Start thinking outside of the box. Be a bit more imaginative and eventful and crazy. Just think of some weird shit. Just think of some weird and wonderful shit that you can ask. I mean, it could be about anything. It could be like about me. It could be about stuff that I like. It could be um, what advice would you give on so and so? If you was in this situation, what would you do? Or I don't know, what's your ideal person? Or I don't fucking know. Yeah, just think of some weird stuff. I can't even think of any other suggestions. Yeah, try and think outside the box, outside this dimension. But yeah, keep an eye out for that post anyway, and then pop your questions on that post, and hopefully it won't take me another 5 months to do another video. So yeah, I usually leave them posts open for about a week or so, or a couple of weeks, to give people a chance to pop the questions on, and then yeah, and then I'll do another video as soon as I can, and hopefully that one will be the funniest one yet, or take me off guard, or surprise me, or make me lost for words. Yeah, try and think of something. Try and think of something that might shock me, or catch me off guard, or yeah, you guys will think of something. You'll think of something. I'll leave it to you. But yeah, take care, folks, and hopefully I'll have another video for you soon.